Hello everyone, it's Demon Walker here, and today I'm going to be going through my second and what will likely be my last box of Goddess Story 1M14. So I say that because I took a look just a moment ago through the hits of the box to see what I can expect, because I honestly don't remember. There's not a lot of Toho cards or even other cards I do want, but I bought this one because it had a poster with it. Let's see if I can get a good shot of the poster. Got the box art on there. You got the hits of the GRs. I don't remember if I got any of these GRs last time, but if I did get Teto, that would be neat. If I got what's her name, that would be neat. In the top left. None of the SCRs from the poster look all that crazy good for me. I guess Girl would be fine, or the SCR in the top right. I don't know her name, but she's kind of cute. And then Hatsune Miku out of the SSRs would be neat. Honestly, I like to buy the Goddess Story sets because they're one of the few sets that come with Toho cards, but I already own the two possible Toho cards out of this set. One of them being the R Sakuya, and the other one being an SR Koishi. But hopefully Momiji will help dispel this this awfulness, help guard against bad draws. I mean, she is the guard one after all. I don't know. I'm not super excited at the moment for this box. But I've already opened one of these. I think the best thing I could pull is the duplicate holo, because I only got one in the last one, and I gave that to my buddy who prefers Spice and Wolf. He was very happy with it, so it was worth it. But getting one for myself would also be nice. Alright, this is one of those bigger boxes, so this will probably take me 30 minutes at least. Hopefully, let's not go for the full hour. We do start off the bat with a CR of some idol chick from Hololive. And I honestly don't remember what dupes I have, but I think I have the full set of R's, if not most of it, so I'm going to kind of breeze through most of these. Especially since you get ones like this one, which were in previous boxes. It's mostly going to be the CRs and above that I'm going to focus on, like Marine. Very nice, very cool. And whoever this chick is, she's got a little oinker on her hat. That's kind of cool. From Fate? Okay. Oh, I think I know who this is. This is the idol succubus girl. There was a Fate game called Fate Excella, I think it was, and she was one of the first bosses you fight. It was a Dynasty Warriors style game. I played it for a little bit on PS4, and I did have fun with it, but ultimately I did not fully beat it. I think I only beat the first and maybe halfway through the second story, just because it just takes so much time. And I don't mind Dynasty Warrior style game, but they get to a point where they have too much of a time sink for me, and I'm not made of time, unfortunately. It's part of why I don't want to spend too much time on going through all these rares or the R's and SRs that are duplicates that we've all seen a dozen times. Like, I've seen this either from the last box or from one of the other boxes a couple of times. I think I actually pulled it out of either the 5 or 10-1 box. Alright, neat little lolly. I feel better when I pull the cards that are from this set. When I first started collecting these, I'm like, oh, they have reprints from previous sets. That's cool. That'll get me the cards that I don't have access to from older sets. And now that I've been doing this for a little bit, it's like, well, Now I'm just seeing a lot of duplicates of cards that I've already pulled. That's neat, though. I think this is a Precure character. I'm not sure which one, though. That's cool. Go Princess. I have no idea. I only relatively recently started messing with Precure stuff. I was never really all that interested in it because I was kind of worried it was too much of like lolly bait. And then I watched it with Wonderful Precure, the one with all the animals, just out of curiosity. And I thought, oh, this isn't actually all that bad. These characters don't look like children. So that kind of got me wanting to investigate a little further. I'm currently watching Idol Precure as it airs. I'm trying to go back and watch the Witchy Precure. I'm about halfway through the first season of that. And I also started on the one that they just called Precure, I believe, where they've got just 2 girls so far. Oh, apologies on the break. My cat is trying to get into the shot, and if he gets into the shot, he's going to destroy things. Ooh, there we go. The guard one's not doing its job. Alright. Neat little CR cat girl. Maybe that's why he knew the cat girl was coming. He could feel it. Kitsuna AI. I think. I don't know, don't question me. Don't quote me. Alright, and a SER. This looks like a pink-haired Hatsune Miku, and that very much could be what it is. In fact, I've got the website pulled up, and that is exactly who this is pink-haired Hatsune Miku. Unfortunately, I noticed it when I opened the pack, but there is damage on that card from something. So that's lame. But that also confirms that Krypton Future Media is a Vocaloid something or other. Alright. My cat is determined. He is going to get in the shot no matter what I do. So say hello to the fluffy boy. And then say goodbye to him. And dupes from older sets. Very neat. Very wonderful. That's cute, Maid Girl. I think... Maid Girl? What am I smoking today? Love Live. Yeah. Ooh. I've seen so many taigas. And I think this is the first SCR of the pack. Some random chick. Let's see. Only because I have the website pulled up in front of me right now. I'm going to take a quick glance to see if I can find her. This is Claudia Valence from the Atelier series. So this, I believe that's from the Ryza one. I did watch the Atelier Ryza anime, and I started playing the first game, but I'm not really feeling the game series. It's just not moving fast enough for me. I don't mind the collection of material process. I don't mind the alchemy process. But I feel like there's too many large breaks in between any given story event to do both of those. And it just kind of makes it hard to keep engaged. Combat's usually what keeps some of those games going and keeps that flow going. And without frequent combats, I like the anime quite a bit. I wouldn't mind seeing a second season of the show, assuming the first season covered the full first game. But I just can't. I can't easily go through the games for it. I've tried with Atelier Sophie as well. Specifically, I've got Atelier Sophie 2, because I was told the games don't matter what order you play them in. Alright, another SCR. This is a cute lolly girl with a little bunny. And this is Notori Sana, a VTuber of some sort. I don't know these VTubers, unfortunately, so I can't say anything about them. I know most of them are mentally unhinged, but how many of them truly are, I don't know. Yeah, that's not a bad little lolly. I think that's a lolly anyway. And more Love Live and other repeats. And then generic SR. I think I'll leave looking these up on my source website to anything that is like SCR, SSR, or other higher rarity cards. The SRs, it'd have to be something really interesting for me to care. Yeah, kind of a dupe pack there. This is the only new character, I believe. And it's a Hololive Girl. Yay. So I really like Goddess Story, because I like being able to get the Toho cards, like the Sakuyas that we've been seeing. But I'm starting to get a little worn out from pulling a lot of cards that I've seen a dozen times and pulling the same characters that I don't care for, other than this one, as I proceed to drop her. But I would like to see a lot more of characters that I do care for, or just something novel. This one is Minato Aqua from Hololive. So that's neat, I guess. So I feel like society has kind of gone a little bit too heavily into Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and too much into Hololive. Not that I mind either of them in small doses, but it's been like just those as our kind of content cards, content at conventions and stuff like that. I remember one of the conventions I went to recently, I was going up and down the artist alley, and the bulk of what I was seeing was Genshin and VTubers. And I thought, I mean, this is neat and all, and you guys do a really good job with your artwork, but I don't have any interest in any of this content. Hello, cat. So I couldn't feel justified in spending my money with them and buying product from them, even though I do want to support all these different artists that are doing this probably for their living, just because it's just not content I care about. Previous years, just before like COVID hit and before really all this stuff became a mainstay, I was really excited always to go down the artist alley at the conventions and just see what kind of cool stuff they would have. And I'd usually want to stop at just about every stall just to look. But I haven't felt that way in a couple of years. Alright, new SER, let's see. Again, another VTuber. This is Kurumi Noah. It's like, I don't know anything about it. I guess VSPO is not an anime, though. It's, I guess, a VTubing thing. That I did not know. But yeah, I think it was the 2022 Anime Weekend Atlanta I went to, and there was just an entire section of the artist alley where I said, and that's only VTubing stuff, that's only Genshin stuff. And I usually will skim by different stalls 2 or 3 times as I think about, do I want to purchase that merchandise, or do I want to spend my money on other stuff? And I didn't even give those ones a second look. Not that their art was bad, just no interest. Instead, I gravitated towards ones that had either Toho content, like Persona content, or even original artworks, because those are just far more interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of people that disagree with me on that. Obviously, because those people are doing well enough that they're selling. But it's kind of lame. I at the very least feel like you should have a little bit more diversity in your product when you go to a convention. You know, it's one thing to have a lot of Genshin stuff, but then you could also have stuff, say, from normal anime that people have been watching for years and years. You could have stuff from old game series. You could have Love Live stuff, like this character, Suzuri Yugiri. You know, don't actually have Love Live stuff. Nobody cares about Love Live. I'm sorry, got a story. But yeah, just do some more creative stuff. Granted, I'm not the one making money. I have no stakes in this, so do what you actually want. If you are an artist that somehow watches this video with no likes, no subscribes, and you want to take my words to heart, yeah, I'm not the one that actually gets anything from it. So just do whatever you want. I'm just putting my own thoughts on there of what I prefer to see. Especially after 2 back-to-back conventions of seeing the same content. But then again, if you're watching my videos with any regularity, you're still watching just the same content. Alright, another SCR, and I happen to be pretty close to that one. This is Mashiro Cannon, a VTuber again. Chukulala? What? What? That's funny. These VTubers have some funny names and some funny agencies. Alright. Gotta love the Monogatari stuff, even though I know this is a dupe. And Sakuya with her colorful knives. Yeah, I apologize if you guys are not liking the content I'm talking about. I really have nothing I can say on the cards themselves at this point, because a lot of these are duplicates and characters that I've talked about before over and over, because, you know, again, they just kind of reuse the same characters. So I gotta figure out something to talk about, and putting my own thoughts on this stuff is kind of what I'm just trying to do. Alright, and we got one of the GRs. This is one of the ones I don't know the character for, so I definitely have to look it up. This one is Kiriko Yukoku from Idolmaster. I still have yet to really look into anything regarding Idolmaster. Honestly, Idolmaster just doesn't do it for me. To me, it's just one of those games that's designed as kind of off-brand bait, if you want to use Lost Pause's words for it. Honestly, I don't know how safe it is to use some of the words for YouTube's algorithms. I don't know if I care. I certainly don't want to remove a video just because I used the wrong word, like I've probably come close to a few times. But yeah, Idolmaster, I see more content produced for it from those other websites than I do on any normal website. And we're getting dupes of the CRs again. Don't know who this chick is. Don't care. Eva? No, that's sketchy. I don't trust that. Alright. I'm hungry. So that cake looks really, really delicious. Just because I'm hungry, I'm going to give this card the luxury treatment. Momiji gets to guard it. I know she's a duplicate, because I've seen that card before. But man, do I want some chocolate cake now. Got some Rim. Got a bunch of other girls. Got Luca. I think this is Luca. I'm not super familiar with all of the Vocaloids. The ones I'm most familiar with are the ones everybody's familiar with of Miku and Teto. I do like Vocaloids quite a bit, but I don't have the time to fully devote into them while I'm still devoting all my time into Toho content. I am slowly going through all my Toho tracks, but I'm not through all of them yet. Alright, and another GR, I think I might actually have gotten this one out of the last one. It is Tachibana Hinano, a VTuber. I recognize that two-tone hairstyle. Unfortunately, the GRs tend to be like 2 per box in my experience with every other box I've done. So I'm probably not going to get the Fairy Rin one, I'm probably not going to get the Rika one, and I'm probably not going to get Teto. Which is a shame. I would rather pull any of those 3. I think I have one of those 3 already, but I don't remember which. But oh well. We will have to content ourselves with Gargura and other stuff like that. I think I already have that Gargura too, though. I can only really bring myself to want to buy 2 of any of these low Wand Goddess Story boxes because you just get so many duplicates, even of some of the higher rarity cards, that I start to wonder, like, did I just buy a box of nothing but duplicates? I mean, these aren't like Magic where the dupes are useful. Speaking of Magic, as of right now, I still have an unopened box of Final Fantasy. I'm still meaning to draft that with friends, but our situation has become rather difficult to get that arranged. If it becomes unviable, I'll probably just open the box on a video. And anything I don't have open from the draft, if it does happen, will get opened on video. So there's that to look forward to. Past that, I honestly have no idea what I would do with the cards, because I don't play Magic enough to really want to think about playing like Standard or anything. And Scarlet. Very nice. This card feels thicker. Maybe the foiling. Alright, and our last pack. Let's see if we can pull anything worthwhile. Maybe at least one last SSR? And we did, in fact, get one last SSR. So excited, I decided to smack my camera. This is Lise Helesta, another VTuber. Boy. Okay. Well, they all can't be winners. This isn't a bad set overall. I do think this particular box is a lot better if you like VTubers and stuff like that. This is personally not a box that I care for too much, so I won't be buying any furthers of these. I'll just pick up the singles of the cards that I do want. You can usually pick them up on eBay for, honestly, like $3 to $10 per card. I think it's usually the metal cards that are super expensive. If you've never bought a box, you know, obviously just pick up a box and start a collection. It's got a nice number of cards on here. I just didn't get super lucky with mine. But yeah, that's Got a Story M14. Let me know what you all think of this box, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Thanks.